Okay, so here we go again. So what are we doing this time? So last time I beat the game on dynamic difficulty with no slowdown, but to be honest, all that was preparation for uh, this playthrough that this is the one that I actually wanted to do. So everyone is level 50. We didn't farm any material or anything, and what I'm going to do is do hard mode, but we are doing it on with the same mod or setting, that not having any combat slowdown. Just a reminder, combat slowdown means that whenever you are fighting and you open the commands menu, it actually stops time, right? Or well, in theory, it slows down time, but to a crawl, it's like super slow. So it's basically like a freeze time that you can do whenever you want. Uh, to be honest, this is just an excuse so I can play this game again because I just love it. Hard mode, to be honest, is not really hard after you play the game a couple of times, which I have done in PC, in the regular PS5 and PS5 Pro, and right now in PC. This no slowdown mod is the first time that I'm trying this, so a couple of um difficult parts or points for me to do is actually the healing. Well, the healing is not that difficult anymore because I just defaulted to put healing on the shortcuts so I don't die, right? And whenever whenever I stagger an enemy, I usually, depending on the characters that I'm using, I get a little bit overwhelmed and I cannot take full advantage of the stagger, right? And another part that it's been difficult, um, that I have felt that is that, for example, characters like Yuffie, I cannot do all the things that I wanted, right? Because I get I get overwhelmed with all the options and on real time. Um, but yeah, um, right now we are going to do chapter select, and we're going to reset all the side quests so that we can get. I don't know if you see that, like, kind of file or book symbol in the middle of this, more almost at the middle of the screen. So that's the how many manuscripts are in the chapter. The manuscripts are the things that give you points or SP for the for the folios. Um, they are usually tied to bosses or side quests. But I mean, since we are doing no combat slowdown, I guess the important thing is to fight things, right? So we are going to reset all quest data, and we are going to do it in hard mode. I'm going to leave probably all the main story cutscenes or cutscenes that I like. So it's not too monotonous just jumping around doing one boss and the next fight and the next fight and the next fight. Oh, also another thing that I also wanted to do is I already did all world intel, right? But since we want to focus on the no combat slowdown, I'm probably going to redo all the combat challenges, just because that will give me an excuse to fight more things, and also to not make the open areas so uh, what will be the word, irrelevant, right? Because if I'm just doing story and side quests, uh, it could be a little too straightforward, right? So I'm just going to spice it up a little bit with just the combat assignments, which should not take long. Probably I'll get them like first try. But yeah, let's start. Hard difficulty, chapter 1, Fall of a Hero. Hard mode, no combat slowdown. Actually, let me pause a little bit because sometimes cutscenes stutter a little bit. It's like maybe 1 on 5 times or 1 on 10 times. They stutter a little bit, so I just pause. I don't know if my GPU or CPU are catching up, but somehow that helps. It's especially notorious whenever you're seeing a cutscene that is like a flashback that has like some kind of filter. and that happens more. Well, I've noticed that happens more whenever that type of video is being played. But okay, let's go. So just to catch up, this is the cutscene at the end of remake whenever we are escaping Midgar. Pretty sick cutscene if you ask me. I'm waiting, Cloud.
I'm waiting, Cloud.
This game is so sick.
I'm here on the Midgar Expressway. The scene is indescribable. Countless buildings have been leveled, and part of the road has collapsed. The smoke rising from the rubble is reminiscent of a funeral pyre. Of course, this is only the most recent in a series of crises. Multiple reactor bombings, followed by the fall of the Sector 7 plate, culminating in this unprecedented destruction, caused by a massive tornado which swept through Sectors 0, 1, and 2. After a briefing with Shinra investigators, Mayor Domino released a statement, declaring the tornado to be, quote, weather warfare, perpetrated by the infamous insurgent group known as Avalanche. The administration also suspects the involvement of Wutai, and has begun investigations into the matter. Of course, this is only the most recent in a series of crises. Multiple reactor bombings, followed by the fall of the Sector 7 plate.
Boy, that tornado really did a number on the city.
I thought another reactor blew up.
Which must have been caused by the tornado.
Man, when it rains, it pours.
As you can see. Ah, over there! Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
We still have one suspect
you're right.
unaccounted for. Ex-soldier, armed with a buster sword. Highly dangerous.
Just want to mention that line that Soldier just said. Ex-soldier, armed with a buster sword, the guy they are still looking for. I mean, obviously the internet is full of theories and things like that, right? So I have read or heard some comments that the cloud in this place, let's call it like that, didn't knew or met with Avalanche. But I think this line invalidates that theory or statement, right? I mean, surely these worlds can be whatever, right? Just like, we don't know how involved or how canon you can say these worlds are. But I guess this line invalidates that, right? Ex-soldier armed with a buster sword. Why he's missing, right? But it surely has to be Cloud, right? It cannot be Zack. They don't know Zack, but they know Cloud, in theory. Shinra, because that's the guy who helped bomb the reactors. Unless there was another guy with that buster sword. But yeah, let's continue.
I repeat, the fugitive is an ex-soldier, armed with a buster sword.
Back over here.
Get him on board! Prep for takeoff.
The rescue team has pulled people from the rubble. Quick, get the camera off them.
Still, I find very interesting that Cloud is not among the people the search and rescue are pulling out from the rubble. I mean, why he's not there? Makes you wonder, right?
Come on, this way.
Contact the SAR team. Targets have been secured. We are exfilling via helo now.
Move it! We're taking off!
What?
Hey! Turn that off! The survivors are being taken away! I said here already! You just don't know when that place, do you?
Excuse me. Could you look after my friend? Just for a bit. Too much Mako. But he'll be fine.
Hey!
Aerith!
Now we're on control Zack. Oh, I forgot to mention, I mean, there is an option in hard mode to skip the Zack sections, but I think I'm not going to skip it just for the sake of keeping continuity, because even if what he's doing at this point doesn't have any impact on what's happening on the other world, well, at least from this game perspective, I still think it's interesting or important to have that shown. Maybe if I was skipping everything, I'll probably skip that. But as of now, just play a Zack.
Get away from her!
He's got a buster sword!
Terrorist.
It's interesting that you have the combo charge here, but you don't have it in the other fight where you have Zack.
Alright, think. Heads up!
Heads up! Cool screenshot.
Come on, let's get him!
Gotcha! Gotcha! We're not done here!
Now we're going to get a couple of cutscenes, really cool cutscenes if you ask me. And I think one of the best introductory chapters of any video game. The flashback of Nibelheim is just so sick, I don't know. It's awesome in OG, but obviously in OG it's not the introductory chapter. And if Remake and Rebirth were one game, obviously it wouldn't be the introductory chapter, but I feel that for Rebirth it's such a cool chapter to play. It's packed with a lot of stuff.
This messed up.
I also really like what
All
they
of it.
did on this scene.
But I'm back now, Aerith. I'm back.
Because I mean, if you know, you know, right? I mean, this is already hard mode, so you probably already beat the game or you know what happens. But I think this is, I don't know, it feels so intelligent because, oh, okay, they emulate the same scene that at the end of a Rebirth and also the scene of OG. So instead of having that thought in your mind that, okay, is Eric going to die through all the game? They just put it in the first 5 minutes. Oh, she's gone, or maybe she's gone. So it's like, okay, we already moved the thing you were thinking about. We push it aside. She's already dead, you can say, even if she's not dead right now, right? But they just put it there so you remember, but also to move it aside. Okay, now we're back to the flashback.
Sure, if Tifa doesn't mind.
Yeah, the flashback is
Yeah, no problem. It's cool.
awesome.
It all started 5 years ago. I was 16 at the time. There was hardly any work for soldiers back then, and what little there was boring as hell. My heart wasn't in it. Then, out of nowhere, the job of a lifetime came. A mission with Sephiroth. I couldn't believe my luck.
The Fall of a Hero. Chapter 1.
It's really coming down, huh? Hey man, feeling any better? I'm good. Sure don't look it. Wish I could help, but never been motion sick. Sorry, man. Ready to do this?
Oh, Cloud, he sounds and looks so happy. So happy to be a soldier first class. It's kind of cool that they how they move the camera, but you don't see Sephiroth until he talks. So that's pretty cool.
Hey, rein it in.
Sorry. Hell can do.
Kids.
Say, I'd like to be briefed on the mission at some point. Because if it's another one of those Turks gigs, you can let me off right here.
Really?
Another
Finally
one of
make
those
first,
dark
what do they do?
gigs.
Call a ceasefire with Wu-Tai, stealing my shot at glory. I didn't join Soldier to be an errand boy. I joined up so I could be a hero.
So I
like
could be
you.
a hero. That's a good line.
Well, our mission is to survey a rundown reactor.
The line about being a hero like you. That's, I don't know, kind of cool. There are a lot of like little lines that for me they sound so cool even if they don't have like super big meanings. Maybe it's the delivery or the situation where the line is used. I find them pretty good. I mean, all the voice line and acting, you can say acting. I don't know if that's the correct word, acting of the characters. It looks so cool. All the facial movement and all that. It's just a great game.
Another one of those Turks gigs.
Fine. Job's a job, I guess. Where is it?
Nibelheim.
Nibelheim? That's where I grew up.
Got some fiends at R12!
Let's go. You take one, I'll take the other.
I wonder how different this game would be if it were like M for mature, or I don't know, whatever rating has to be, so there is blood in the game. So whenever, for example, when Sephiroth does that move, it's probably just to get rid of the blood, right? But if there is no blood, he's just moving his sword to look cool. But I wonder how different the game would be with a little bit more blood.
Wait in the truck.
No way! I got this!
Wait in the truck. Let me see if I can parry. Okay, let's try to parry again. Can I parry that? No. Whoa! They shoot the soldiers and Cloud. Let's see if I can parry. Oh, you can parry also that. Nice. It's interesting because a lot of people have done some modding to play as Sephiroth, or they have learned to play Sephiroth in the combat simulator. But basically, the optimal way to,
He was
well,
in a different league from the rest of us.
I don't know if optimal way is the word to use, but you can pretty much just do, I think when you charge your bar to level 2, I think it is, and just dodge and press triangle, I guess. I think he does like a circle cut, and that cut or that attack charges his limit bar. So, and it's from a dodge, right? So you're basically dodging and attacking, and that is filling your bar, your limit bar. So basically you do that until you get limit. You do limit, and since you have your like that triangle bar of the unique ability, you also do the octo slash, the prime version, I think is the name. So yeah, you can do that with almost every boss if you have access to Sephiroth.
Nibelheim. That's where they built the first reactor. Right?
Yeah. It all started in the fall. Something was wrong with the reactor, and the whole village was up in arms. Talk of strange new monsters on the mountain only made things worse. People were scared, desperate.
The villagers tried to take care of the monsters themselves, but it was no good. Ended up calling Shinra. So the company sent help. Best they had.
The best they had. 2 soldiers, first class.
Home sweet home, right? Tell me, how does it feel? I have no home, so I wouldn't know.
You still got parents though, right?
A mother named Genova. She died shortly after I was born. My father...
Whoa there! Genova? Like from the Shinra building?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm getting to that.
Why am I talking about this? Come on, let's go.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting. I'm Xander, the mayor here. I wanted to greet you myself, to welcome you to our humble little town. Please, if you'll follow me.
Consider yourself off duty till sundown.
Now, have you not noticed something weird?
You know, I've been thinking about joining the military for some time now.
Shut up.
If you need help, just say the word.
No, we don't need your help.
Look at all this mud. It's never gonna come off.
Okay, you hear that voice, right?
Backwater is an understatement. Don't blame you for getting the hell out of here.
You hear that voice, right?
So, any friends here you want to see? Maybe a girlfriend?
Okay, so that voice sounds different, right?
Do you think I could maybe come with you to Midgar? I gotta get out of this one chocobo town.
We were in this truck, right? And Cloud was talking to the guys inside the truck. And none of them sounded like this guy. Especially, we talked to one of those guys, right? And that voice we hear, it doesn't seem to be any of these three guys. Interesting. Okay, let's go. So we are not going to explore too much. I already did that on my first run. So let's just... Also, I'm not trying to skip stuff. I'm just trying to don't wander too much.
So how did it feel being back up there?
I don't know. Nostalgic, I guess? After 2 years away and all that.
Uh-huh.
Interesting scene here. You know how he sits down, right? And he also sits down again during chapter 11 when you're here up here with Aerith, and he does something different versus this one. So I don't know if they planned or was part of the plan to have that difference, or it's just a matter of that maybe they missed that part up. But I don't know. I feel like it's the first one that, okay, yeah, there is a difference when he's up here with right now versus when he's up here with Aerith. Also, there is one difference now that we are on hard mode. So they put a vending machine and a folio machine here. I mean, I don't need any of these, but they sell pretty much everything that was available in hard mode. What's this machine? Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's just like tradition.
My place?
I figured you might be there.
Remember my cat?
Her name was Fluffy, I think?
Yeah. She was always disappearing, and that day was no different. You went into my room?
I did.
Did you actually play it?
Thought about it, but no.
Did you actually play it?
But I'm not playing. Last time I played, I think I got the dialogue that I'm pretty good.
You could have just left it alone, you know.
What were you even thinking?
Yeah,
Don't quit your day job. I didn't even press any keys. Why are you telling me all that?
You went through my stuff?
You went through my stuff? I did. No, what he said? I know I shouldn't, or something like that. He said it very funny.
I know I shouldn't have.
Cloud! You asshole!
You asshole. Okay, so that's Tifa's house. There is an eater up there, but I don't care. Now let's go talk to Mom.
Then I stop by my mom's. Not that it matters.
Sure it does. I know I want to hear what happened.
Me too.
Yeah. Go on.
We also see this scene in Remake. And it's also in OG.
My dad died when I was a kid. So after I left for Midgar, she was on her own. It was the first time we'd seen each other in 2 years. First time. And last.
I'll be right there.
Cloud, is that you?
Hey.
Welcome home. Come in. Let me get a good look at you. My. So that's what they've got you wearing, huh? You soldiers sure do clean up nice. I've never been so proud. The man you've become. Women must be hounding you day and night.
Not really.
Not really. Sure, Cloud. Not even women, also men. I also think this scene is pretty good. All the... how do you call it? The static that he's having, like maybe he's having trouble remembering.
You know, there's all kinds of temptations in the big city. I'd feel a lot better if
Or
I
maybe
knew
this
you
is the
found
only
a
real
good
thing
girl.
and
Wanted
his
to make
mind
sure
is
you
trying
didn't
to
get into
block this
trouble.
because it's the only actual thing that mattered,
I can
that
take
really
care of
happened,
myself.
as he
An
says,
older, more mature
that
girl
happened.
I could keep you on the straight and narrow and tell you when you're being a silly goose. That's the perfect type for you, I'd say. They are feeding you properly, aren't they? Oh, Cloud. But you know, Cloud. Wouldn't you agree, Cloud? You're my son. Of course, I'll always be.
Okay, that's enough.
Wait a second. You two were neighbors?
We were, but it's not like we hung out that much.
We had our reasons.
Our reasons, huh? Bet most of them had to do with you.
We didn't hang out much. That's interesting. I want to read the book, The Traces of Two Pasts. Maybe someday.
You worked out with everyone?
Just for a bit.
Could you keep up?
Ready to get started?
The workout. Okay, let's go. I think that's all that we need, right? We can actually go to the city hall, or I don't know. What's the name of this place? Yeah, town hall, sorry. But not much to do. You can talk with the major. But yeah, let's continue. Let's talk to Sangan.
A soldier.
And you are?
Rashard Sangan, a humble traveler of the world, and teacher of martial arts to the youth. Well-toned, but lacking mass. You need to bulk up.
Who asked you?
You could learn a lot from me.
Pass.
Don't be shy. I have many pupils your age. At last count, 128. In fact, one of them's from this very village. Perhaps you know her. Tifa.
Sure.
A real talent, that one. She'll go far.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right? Got anything to say for yourself?
I didn't know.
Interesting. I liked Sangan.
I'd be interested to
He
see
seems
how
cool.
one of Shinra's finest fights.
I wonder if we will see him on part 3. You know, G, you don't really actually see him again after the flashback. You get some, you get a letter from him, but I wonder if you actually we will actually see him on part 3. Will be, that's one of those things that piques my interest on what will happen in part 3. But yeah, let's continue. Time to go to bed, and then tomorrow.
But looking back, all the signs were there. From the moment we arrived, Sephiroth just wasn't himself.
Tomorrow we go to Mount Nibelheim.
What you looking at?
This landscape.
Huh?
I wonder that when he's doing this, that he's touching his head, is he just like trying to remember, or maybe he's actually having some kind of, just like Cloud has that static. Maybe he's having his own static moment, but it's not really like flashbacks. Maybe it's like flash forwards, or maybe the other Sephiroth's talking to this Sephiroth. Maybe all of the Sephiroths are connected, and he's like receiving information. Maybe would be interesting to know, or maybe it doesn't mean anything. He's just trying to remember that he has seen this landscape before, as he says.
I could swear I've seen it before.
You okay?
Big day tomorrow. We'll be leaving bright and early. You should.
He
get
has a
some
cool
rest.
belt that has like a feather,
Will
and
do.
that's where the materia is. It looks kind of cool.
Night.
I tried, but I couldn't get to sleep that night. Was too excited, too nervous.
Was pretty much the same for me.
Why?
Yeah, I was surprised too.
You know what happened the last time she went up there.
The next morning,
Years ago, Brian. She's old enough to make her own decisions now.
We leave once our guide arrives.
Yes, sir.
Brian! Sephiroth, sir, I must insist that I take you up the mountain. My daughter isn't...
Dad!
Tifa.
kind of funny that Tifa's dad is called Brian. I don't know, it feels like, for example, Tifa is not a regular name, right? Like Cloud, or, well, Barret could be Aerith, Nanaki, Yuffie, Sephiroth. And Tifa's, I mean, obviously Tifa's father is not like a main character. It's not even a secondary character. But I find it funny that it's called Brian. I don't know. It's like just a regular name.
You can still back out. You don't have to do this.
I'm going, and that's that. There'll be 2 soldiers with me. I'll be fine.
I mean, and I say regular, not like a just a whatever name. I'm saying that it's like a normal person name, right?
Pumpkin.
Like I know people called Brian,
Good morning, sir.
but I don't know
I'll
anyone
be your
called
guide for the
Sephiroth
day.
or Cloud
Tifa?
or Tifa or Aerith.
I sure am. You can ask anyone around here. I'm the best there is.
You could get hurt.
Not if you remember to do your job, she won't. Come on.
For posterity, sir?
Not today.
Can you talk to him?
Can you talk to him?
Please, Sephiroth. It'd mean a lot to us.
It's just one photo. Come on, where's the harm in that?
Where is the harm in that? Such a simple question.
There? Thanks.
Say cheese.
Sounds like you were having a good time.
One more.
Yeah, I guess we were.
Waiter.
For a while.
The reactor was halfway up Mount Nebel. I was looking forward to breathing that crisp, clean mountain air again.
Okay. After almost, I guess, like around 40 minutes of cutscenes and just a little pieces of gameplay, we can actually run a little bit in this zone. Nibelheim.
You probably already know this, but our reactor's the first of its kind. It really put Mount Nebel on the map.
I've seen a few reactors in my time, but none with such a breathtaking view. Who could tire of it?
Everyone, eventually.
Man, I wish I could go on trips all over the world like you guys.
Trips. I think you mean business trips, which are no fun at all.
Though you do learn stuff on them.
That's so cool.
I really like the theme here. This is such a cool game. I don't know, man. I just love this game. This game has become like my comfort game.
Not going too fast for you, am I?
Of course not. We're just trying to pace ourselves is all.
But I thought you guys were in a hurry.
Even so, you'll burn yourself out running like that.
I'm not even close to burned out. Not with all the training I've had.
Huh. Guess you really are the best there is.
Such a cool game. I don't know. It's like I pretty much like almost everything in this game. Obviously, it has faults. Nothing is perfect, but this game has left such an impression on me. I mean, I put it on like my top 5 games of all my life, and I think what I like about this is, for example, there are games that they are pretty good, right? That you played back in the day, and they left an impression on you. And those games, with the help of nostalgia, you put those games up there, right? For example, for me, it would be games like, I don't know, Metal Gear Solid, or Super Mario RPG, or Zelda: Link to the Past. You know, things, old games that are cool, but since you played them back then, when you didn't know better, whenever that game showed you something new, or maybe not something new, but something that you personally haven't seen before, it left an impact on you, right? So I guess it's easier to have like a top list of games, and that game is, or that ranking probably will include all games. But this game for me is like one of those new games that leave an impression on you. For example, I played Dark Souls before I played Demon Souls. So Dark Souls 1 was like my first Souls game. And it was a great game. I played it a bunch of times. Then I played 2. Then I think I played 3. I don't know when Bloodborne was released. I don't know if it was before Dark Souls 3, I guess. It was before Dark Souls 3. But Bloodborne is another of those games that when I played, it left a big impression. And it's not really, well, right now it's an old game, right? But back then, when it was new, it was not an old game, right? So I feel it's harder to have new games left such a big impression on you. And obviously, as you grow older and you play more things or read more books or see more or watch more movies and you expand your horizons, the chances of seeing or playing something that surprises you or catches you or grabs you in such a way is less and less. But I would say that this game for me is like, I don't know, if I feel like I'm like 10 years old and I'm playing one of the old games that I really loved back then. That's how I feel playing this. So yeah, I don't know what these guys did, but I just love this game.
Seen those near the village, and they're not nice.
They're not nice.
What do you think?
I think I got this.
Then they're all yours.
Copy that.
Okay, we're ready to fight. My combat slowdown? No, right.
Shit.
Whoa. Interesting.
It's on now. Come on. Let's finish this. Brace yourself.
That was interesting. I got stuck in the air.
That was awesome.
You think?
If this is how it's going to be, there doesn't seem much point in me fighting.
I guess not. You leave it all to me, huh?
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
Hostiles.
You're up.
You're done.
Oh, I wanted to counter, but I guess I just killed that guy.
Enough. Well, that's that.
Aerial onslaught. I really like that attack, but sometimes I feel like when try to do aerial onslaught on bosses, it's difficult because they hit you in the air. Because it attack takes a lot of time to finish. It's not like Braver, they just hit you and that's done. It's like a combo.
Come on, soldier. You can do better than that, can't you?
Just you watch. Enough. Gotta say, that one felt pretty good.
Take it away.
Enough. Let's finish this. Gotcha. Shit. Bye.
Well done, Trooper.
Well done, Trooper.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trooper. You are the best.
I got the rest.
Enough!
Back to the planet. Do we have chakra? No.
You're done. I'll end this.
We still have a long way to go.
Shall we pick up the pace?
Not unless we absolutely have to. Our guide might not be so lucky next time.
Then, how about I go on ahead and clear the way for you guys? I'll be careful.
Check this out. I can do squats.
You'd better.
You better.
Cool. See you at the reactor.
Okay, let's go. I really don't care about those little creatures, so we can just skip them. I mean, if I was trying to level up things, I'd probably fight them, but we don't care right now. This probably has like a mega potion or something like that. I really don't care. High potions, mixed high potions, but yeah, we don't need any of that.
Hey! Not that way! It's a dead end! Rockslide took out the bridge a while ago. Come on back, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to actually skip a lot of those regular enemies that, I mean, you could fight them and get a little experience in AP, but whatever. I guess it will be balancing out because I'm going to do the combat assignments. So I'll get a little bit of experience and IP points there.
To a Shinra facility.
To think I almost made you our guide. Good thing I reconsidered. Otherwise, you'd have led us straight off a cliff. Lead on.
Yes.
Don't be an asshole, Sephiroth. I'm doing my best here. Let Sephiroth operate the terminal. Actually, what equipment? What? Oh yeah, camaraderie, medal or whatever. Just to boost our synergies, attacks, and skills. I don't need any of that. I should not be broken boxes. Let's just go. Force of habit, destroying things I like. I could also change to my other swords. Oh, there's one materia that I actually want to equip. No, I'll wait until the flashback is over. Oh, I don't need that. Let's go here. I really like how they adapted this enemy from OG.
Come on. Sloppy. Let's finish this.
Let's heal.
Right. Gotcha. Come on.
Yeah, piece of cake.
I really like counter stance.
The reactor may have been around for a while, but there are still pockets of Mako gas all over the mountain. Try not to breathe it in if you can.
Don't want to get Mako poisoning.
Don't want to get Mako poison. You said. This part is kind of weird. You have this giant vacuum cleaner
Gas levels reduced by 70%.
for the Mako in the air.
Mako gas detected. Elevator access granted.
I saw on a speedrun, I think in Amazing Games Done Quick, that you don't actually need to leave the vacuum cleaner on top of the Mako. You just need to touch the, how they call it, the pocket of Mako, and it will pick it up. Let's go. I think we are near the bridge. Rain.
Come on.
Come on.
Just thinking about crossing that thing.
Then let me go first.
Hey, I'm the guide here.
I'm the guide here. Hold on. Hang on, Tifa. Hold on. Wait. Don't go too far away. That's a big reactor. I wonder how they decided to put a reactor on top of the mountain.
Tifa, are you okay?
Not really.
What are you...
Poor trooper. I think that's the guy that was looking for something decent to eat. He's in Fate's hands now.
He's in Fate's hands now. Do you know the way?
Yeah. Following the river should get us back to the village.
We're not going to the village. Can you get us to the reactor?
Sorry, I don't think I can.
I see. Well, we certainly can't send you back alone. You'll be safer with us.
Okay.
I'll be joining you up front this time.
What?
For your performance review.
You kidding me?
Good luck.
Good luck. Okay, Sephiroth joined, but I don't know if I'm going to use him. What I do know is going to put some... Wait, no. Such... And I'm going to put spells. Where is Curaga? Oh, you don't have Curaga? Curaga. And... Okay. And I'm going to put... Curaga, yeah. So I'm going to need that versus our next contender. What do they have here? Ether. just want to check real quick. Oh yeah, obviously Sephiroth is not there. Let's just heal that little bit that we are missing. I don't know if I can skip these guys that are just in front of us. Let's try. I'll go right.
Off you go.
It's on now.
Full slash.
See ya.
And back to the planet. There is a little line that I like to, a little line that you can say is, it gets muffled or tune out due to combat, but let's just hear it here. It's just at the entrance before the fight.
More Mako gas ahead.
There's no way around it either. Just have to go through. Let's not waste any time. Mako this thick is dangerous.
Yeah, you can hear Tifa coughing, but if you start the fight with these guys, you barely hear that. Oh, before we do that, let me do one real quick thing. Audio. Yes. Oh, it's already in 5. I don't know, sometimes I feel like the music is way higher than everything.
A Mako spring.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but if we keep using Mako to power our homes, springs like this will disappear, right?
What are you talking about? Who told you that?
My dad. And the mayor, if you must know.
Except the planet's huge. Mako will never run out, right?
Naturally formed materia. And look at the size of it. Astounding. For the Mako energy to condense into something like this, it must have taken an eternity.
Astounding.
I've always wondered, how does materia let you cast spells exactly?
How did you ever get to be a soldier? To put it simply, the knowledge of the ancients is sealed within each orb. That knowledge not only connects us to the planet, it allows us to tap into her power. That's how we can use magic. Or so they say.
Really? Magic sure is weird.
I know someone who'd be livid to hear you call it weird, or magic for that matter. I can just imagine what he'd say. It's an affront to science.
Who?
Hojo, from Research and Development. His predecessor was a great man, but him... he is anything but. We should press on.
It's interesting that they mentioned the predecessor of Hojo. I think they mentioned the name, if I remember, 2 more times. One after in the library in the Shinra mansion, and another time I think I heard it in Cosmo Canyon.
Come on. Got now. Come on. You're done. Hold still.
This won't be the last.
I really like counter stance. It's such a cool ability. It makes you feel cool because you need to have a little timing, not much, but just that little timing makes you look and feel cool. Back to the planet. Speaking of that, let me just take a quick look about the materia, if we have anything that is about to level up. Fire level up. Prior I want to have Let me put something else. What's this? HP absorption. Let me put something else. Let's put dice. Go.
It's on now. Let's get sloppy. So long.
This way.
Level up. Thank you, Tifa. Nope. Watch it.
Heads up. It's on now. Gotcha. You're done. Drop. Stand back. Let's hurry.
There's a materia or an item. I think it's a materia down there, but we're not getting it because I mean we're not keeping any of the materia from the flashback, so no point in getting it. If it's a blue one, I think this may be level boost. Oh, I don't know. I cannot see it. Let's go. I think here's where we're going to fight the bird. Yeah, nice. Let's see what synergy abilities we have.
If it's a fight you want,
Counter fire, bow chatter.
come show them what we can do. Nice. It's on now. Let's finish
Let me
this.
heal.
Gotcha.
So prime mode.
You had your chance. Shit.
Are you going to attack me? Are you going to attack me?
Get him.
Whoa! The fire didn't work versus that tornado. Good to know.
Gotcha.
I think it's one of the few things that you cannot defend with counter fire.
Not looking good. Try this. You're done. Time to get serious. On you. It's all you. Well, that's that.
That was a little hairy. That tornado was hitting me and doing a lot of damage. Let's see if I can heal on this fight.
Bring it on. Let's finish this. Piece of cake.
So I guess my prey is healing like for 2000 or something like that. Maybe I should put a healing carc on it. Or whatever that thing's called. Well, let's see if we are close to the bench. If we're close to the bench, we'll just roll with it. Oh, more vacuum action. Let's open this door. Okay, I think how this works is first you get this one here, and then you go back through the door.
Gas levels reduced by 20%.
Feel free to help, guys.
Gas levels reduced by 70%. No Mako gas detected.
Nice camera angle.
Access granted.
No, I should not have clicked here.
Systems nominal. Elevator in
Systems
operation.
nominal. Are we close to the bench? I think so, yeah. Yep. What do you sell? Ether. I have enough points to buy something. Nice. I actually do. So we already have the limits and all that. So let's go back. Increase damage. Let's take this one. Yeah, let's go like that. Let's take a rest here. I think we are going to fight the first boss here. Whoa, what happened there with the graphics? Well, let's save it up. I don't think I need this save file anymore, so let's go here. Oh, it's really those times that the game is too dark. Okay, so I probably already
Looks like a way out.
looks like a way out. Calm down, Tifa.
Wait.
Huh?
What?
Get back.
This way.
You said you wanted to be a hero.
Oh, I probably should have put fire on the shortcuts, huh? Whatever.
Wish I had.
Let's see. Remind me, what did I do? Materia Guardian, a ferocious beast that dwells within the caves of Mount Nibel. Prolonged exposure to Mako has caused it to mutate. Its dangerously sharp claws allow it to scale the walls and hang from the ceiling with alarming ease, granting it full control of the battlefield. Evading its capture attempts or freeing captured allies will pressure it. Restraining its legs while it's on the ceiling will pressure it. Weak versus fire. And its immunity to stop.
It thinks we're after Materia.
Someone should tell it we're not. Be my guest. Maybe try mixing it up more?
Try to keep your guard up.
Stand back.
Shit.
Try to mix it up a little. You need to vary your attacks. Defense, Cloud.
Show them what we can do. Well, time to kick it up a notch. You're done. You had your chance.
Get him.
Crazy creatures on this mountain.
On me. Done?
Okay, this fight's pretty fun.
Sephiroth.
Let's use the shortcut with Sephiroth with fire.
Pretty mobile.
Till we knock it down.
Whoa.
Good thing I don't just fight with a sword. Gotta be good back. Not doing so great.
Rookies.
You interrupt me.
Hold still.
I owe you one.
When we're done.
Of course.
I got this. Sephiroth, take the lead. Come on. Come on. Go for the legs.
Take out its legs. Now.
Why can I just jump up, please?
Enough.
Okay, thank you.
It's on now. Sephiroth.
You're in good hands.
Got it.
Move in.
Copy. Get him.
Stand back.
I won't let you down.
Do I have enough to do another synergy?
You're practically panting.
I'm excited.
Such a puppy.
Such a puppy. What a weird thing to say.
Don't like the looks of this.
Stay alert.
I got this. Show them what we can do. Sephiroth, take the lead. Whoa, that was insane.
Es su limit. I cannot go to.
Stand back. Might want to steer clear of the gas. Come on. Yeah.
You're in good hands.
Okay, that was pretty manageable. I wish I did more
Take it from here.
void chatter, but I did a counter fire to counter his train attack, and that was pretty cool. But I also got hit by his when I was doing this energy ability. Which it was a little
Nice
weird,
work.
but doesn't matter.
Okay, hold up. Maybe I'm missing something here, but everything you've said makes Sephiroth sound like a stand-up guy.
Well, he was.
And now he's pure evil, trying to kill everyone on the planet. Help me to understand this shit. Tell me something that'll really make my blood boil.
Oh, I will. I will. You wait out here, Tifa.
No way! I want to go too. Please?
Sorry, no civilians. Even if we weren't on a mission.
Come on!
Keep the young lady safe.
Keep the young lady safe.
Carry
So I
on.
think this was the last combat section of this recording episode. Now the next part is just cutscenes
You better keep
to
me safe.
close up or close out, close down the flashback. So let's just go.
Didn't expect it to be all systems go.
You'd think it'd be running at reduced output, like most last-gen models.
And let me guess, villagers don't have a clue about this.
Knowing Shinra? Of course not.
The company really needs to be more transparent.
More transparent. I mean, it's a company of murderers.
What exactly is the problem with this place?
The people in charge. While most reactors are under the jurisdiction of urban planning, this one is overseen by R&D.
Huh. Why do I suddenly have a bad feeling about this?
Whatever you see here, you are not to speak of it.
Oh, I won't.
Oh, I won't.
Perhaps you'd like to say a few words to your sword first?
Say a few words to your sword first? What do you mean, Sephiroth? What's that supposed to mean?
Hojo, you are really something.
What are those things?
That's a cool shot. I probably use the
Genova?
screenshots from the bosses as thumbnails, but I haven't decided yet.
The malfunction must be forcing the pods to depressurize. Cloud, go out and shut off the valve.
Go out and shut out the bulb. Some haptic trigger action here, even coming. Only the PlayStation 5 can do this. Yeah, so I was saying, for thumbnails, I think I'll use screenshots from the bosses. Well, if I don't forget to take them, right? Because although there are a lot of good scenes and shots that you can use, I think the bosses will be more representative of the point of the playthrough, that is just beat hard mode with no combat slowdown. And the actual challenge of that is doing the bosses right. I think for dynamic I was using just shots that I liked, but I think in dynamic I was more like cruising around the world, so I think just screenshots from the chapters was more meaningful for that particular playthrough.
What are you doing?
These pods were built for the production of artificial materia. But Hojo repurposed them as incubators, cages for animals, infused with Mako, all to birth a new breed of monster. But he didn't stop at animals. Oh no, there were other subjects. Look.
Hojo.
Could it be?
Am I even human?
That I was created the same way? Am I the same as these monsters?
Sephiroth.
Ever since I was a child, I knew that I was different. That I was special. But not like this. Not like this. Am I even human?
Eventually, we went back to the inn. But when we got there, Sephiroth locked himself in his room.
The mayor had been looking forward to having dinner with bona fide soldiers, so he didn't take the news too well. Dad had to put up with his belly aching for hours afterward.
Huh?
Must have sucked. But what about Sephiroth? What happened to him?
He left. Didn't tell a soul where he was going.
Such a cool introduction to the game, the flashback, the Nibelheim flashback. I don't know, I feel like it's one of those sequences in RPGs that, well, I don't want to say that everybody knows, right? Because obviously, no, everybody has played Final Fantasy VII, but I don't know. It's like, if you have played Final Fantasy VII, you know that the Nibelheim flashback is such a good part of the game. Okay, so we have to find our friend Sephiroth that has...
I met Sephiroth as he was heading for Shinra Manor, and he acted like I wasn't even there. Busy, I suppose.
That is having a little bit of an existential crisis. Or maybe not crisis, but enlightenment. Who knows? Maybe he actually knows who he is right now. And he's not in a crisis anymore. That guy has like white boots. Kinda weird. Nothing against white boots, but I didn't notice white boots before. Anything almost max level? No. Okay. Let's go. At some point I think I'm going to put the chocobo bangle on it and someone so I can level up.
Shinra Manor was
Those
the biggest building
blue materials that require like 5,000
and
points.
older than the reactor. The company used to conduct research there, back when they were still a small manufacturer. Even so, the rent on that plot was basically what kept the village afloat.
Little things that I wonder that I really don't need an explanation, but just I don't need a book or I don't need anything about it. That just makes me wonder, where was Shinra before they were Shinra? So they say that they were like a weapon manufacturer. Well, for weapons for what? Why did they need weapons, right, in this world? I mean, obviously there is war, right?
Sephiroth was nowhere to be seen.
How did they discover Mako? How did the company begin? I think it's interesting to ponder.
Never knew it had a basement.
Was news to me too. Doubt anyone in the village had a clue.
Interesting to ponder, but I don't really need an explanation. Two of those weird tanks and a door that is closed. Interesting. And yeah, remember, nothing good comes from reading.
Excavated from a 2,000
Reading
year
books.
old rock layer. A life form in stasis. Professor Gast named this life form Genova. MEGL 77-1977. Genova. Verified as an ancient. MEGL 9/13/1977. Genova project approved. So, they named the life form Genova. And once they understood what she was, they grew ambitious.
Hey, Sephiroth. What you got there?
Leave me be.
And that was it. He stayed holed up in the basement. Reading, like a man possessed.
Night of the seventh day.
Nova. A locked reactor door.
A locked reactor door.
The name of Sephiroth's mother. And ancients.
Cloud is a detective.
Screw it. Racking my brain's not gonna get me anywhere. May as well just ask the guy.
Cloud. I've come across the mountain strata dating back 2,000 years. Smiled with what could only be described as ethereal grace. Though the truth eluded me at first, I later determined that she was an ancient, or a steward of the planet, as they are referred to in legend. She needed a name, and so I dubbed her Jenova. The Jenova project was approved soon after. A bold initiative to resurrect the long-dead ancients. An initiative that resulted in my conception. Or rather, my creation. The crowning glory of Professor Gast's wondrous experiment.
Professor Gast. I think that's the first time that I actually say his name. And the next part I think is until Cosmo Canyon. Professor Gast. Wondrous experiment. You okay, Sephi? Everything alright? Are you crying or are you laughing? Have you reached enlightenment? Is this existential crisis over?
I should go. Oh. Mother is waiting.
Mother is waiting. I also really like that line.
Hey! Hey, hold on!
I keep asking myself, why couldn't I have come to sooner? If I had, maybe I could have saved the village.
Maybe I could have saved the village.
Or
tried.
At least.
Or tried at least. I like that line too.
What?
What? Yep, Sephiroth went a little nuts. Oh. Here's where the vending machine and the volley machine and the bench should be in the future. But yeah, Sephiroth had a little overreaction to reading the books.
Hey, you! Get in there! The villagers need your help!
So yeah, reading books is a no-no. Okay, I just wanted to see if I can skip this. Not because I wanted to skip but I wanted to check something real quick. Can I skip this part? I cannot skip, right? Yeah, I cannot skip. Okay, so I think this part, I mean, is excellent or good the first time that you do it, maybe the second time, but as you do more playthroughs, and I imagine maybe this is one of the things that speedrunners don't like. I mean, I don't know anything about the speedrunning culture, right? But this cutscene that they make you walk, you cannot run, you cannot skip. It's probably a little bit annoying for speedrunners or people that have played this game multiple times and just want to move ahead. I mean, I like the cutscene, but sometimes I feel things that you cannot skip and that make you move slowly.
Hold on, I'm coming.
One of those things is in Remake, the giant robot hands that you need to move boxes. It's the photographer is down there, and this guy, it's a weird guy. He just came up from here, walked a little bit and stopped. There. Yeah, they make you walk here really slowly. You cannot skip. I mean, it's like 1 minute. Maybe 2 to get to the next cutscene. But sometimes I feel it. The water tower. Seeing the water tower fall is kind of sad, to be honest, because we have seen that tower and there is like a nice memory tied to the water tower, and you see it fall and it feels like that memory is broken, burned to the ground.
Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
I wonder when did she said that line. It was something like I don't know, it cannot be like a figurative speech or like a feeling.
Come on, let's get you up.
Whoa, that scene, this guy getting stabbed, shocked me the first time. Or whenever I see this scene, you just feel so raw that, okay, you don't see Sephiroth killing anybody yet, but just having a guy in front of you getting stabbed by Sephiroth, like, makes you forget everything that he did, right? Sorry, makes you remember that this guy is a psycho, just like what he just did to that guy. I mean, he was probably already dead. He was going to burn with the town, but he just stopped, turned around, and stabbed him.
You sick son of a bitch! That's far enough! Drop the sword!
Haptic trigger action. Poor guy. He was so excited to have Sephiroth in town. Everyone was excited. And this guy just went crazy and killed and burned everybody.
Wait for me. I'm coming.
Sephiroth!
I followed Sephiroth all the way back to the reactor.
Dad and I had gone there to hide. When Sephiroth showed up, Dad decided that he was going to confront him. Dad! It was Sephiroth, wasn't it? He did this, didn't he?
I think this is the first time that we see this scene in Rebirth for Tifa. But in remake,
Mako, Shinra, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this.
I think in remake we see it like 2 times. Or 3. No, I guess it's 2. I'm pretty sure it's 2. I'll probably play again remake with no slowdown. And I'll check. But I think it's 2. It's whenever you're at the bottom of reactor. I don't remember the number of the reactor where the air buster is. And I think also when you're actually fighting the air buster. I'll need to rewatch that just to be certain of that.
Mother, I have come for you.
Mother,
Now open the way for me.
open the way for me.
You murdered my dad. You burned my village. You promised you'd save me if I was ever trapped or in trouble.
I really like how his eyes look here. I really like this. All this scene, this shot is great. This sword, everything looks fantastic.
Here I am, your son.
The guys who made all these scenes, I don't know. For me, they are basically like movie directors. The shots are so good. Even these small shots are like These slice of life shots look fantastic.
Mother, together we will reclaim our world. And I know exactly how we can do that. The Promised Land.
Sephiroth!
Mother, they have come again. The ones who robbed you of the planet. Your planet. But there's no need to be sad, Mother. Because I'm here for you. Now and forever.
You killed my mom. You killed Tifa. My village. My home.
They were mine by right.
They were mine by right.
This planet too. For I have been chosen.
For I have been chosen. I don't know, this guy's nuts.
I believed in you. No.
You still can see blood, a little bit of blood in Cloud's hand.
Not you! Whoever the hell you are!
And that's the last thing I remember. The rest is a blank.
That's the last thing I remember. Calm present day. That flashback is fantastic. I really like the flashback. Yeah, interestingly enough, Cloud's alive. If he fought Sephiroth, why is Cloud alive? But yeah.
The hell it is? What happened?
It was all over the news. I remember watching it with my mom. They said he went missing during a training exercise. But then, the story changed. A couple days later, they started reporting that he was killed in action. Yeah, that was it.
The news outlets are nothing but Shinra mouthpieces spewing propaganda. Only dumbasses believe that shit.
Question. Does that make me a dumbass?
I didn't say that. What I meant was, screw Shinra for manipulating honest folks.
It doesn't matter what they said back then. Sephiroth was in Midgar. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
Don't know about alive so much as around?
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Because he wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright and rule over the planet with Jenova at his side.
After 5 years? Not to sound like a broken record, but it's really bothering me.
Well, what's bothering me is all this Jenova stuff.
Excuse me. Guess the travel or something really did a number on my back. Feels as stiff as a board.
Let me take a look. Wow. You weren't kidding, were you? Let's get you back to the room.
Yeah, let's just call it a night. No amount of guesswork will get us any closer to the truth, so how about we give our heads a rest? Oh, no you don't. That bed's mine.
Sweet dreams.
We're very close to
See
finishing
you tomorrow.
this chapter, so I'll just go just a bit more, and I think we're good.
Hey, Aerith? You awake?
Barely. Why?
Was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
An excellent question, Tifa.
Just had a feeling you'd know.
Probably did at one point. All that stuff was taken from me, though. Or maybe erased?
By whispers?
This is interesting. By whispers. Well, let's just hear the next line.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why what? Maybe that's why you don't remember? Or maybe that's why Cloud is remembering wrong? It's an interesting line.
Why what?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
So I'm wondering, what's Tifa thinking right now? That she doesn't remember Cloud being in Nibelheim because of the whispers? Or that maybe Cloud is having his memories modified by whispers? I mean, we gotta take into account that, right? That there is whispers around. Everything that is memory related could be because of that. Another interesting point is that, I mean, I already beat the game, right? So this is a hard mode playthrough. So probably if anyone by any chance watches this, so there's a little bit of a spoiler, but we don't see the whispers until like chapter 9. So, but let me change that statement. What if the whispers are there, but the party cannot see them, right? Because I think at one point in another scene with Red, I think in chapter 12 in the Skywheel, if you have Red with you, I think I'm maybe rephrasing here, but he's saying that at some point maybe they will even forget about the whispers. So it's interesting. The memory manipulation or the reach of losing your memories or losing that memory of the whispers. Obviously these guys know them, they know them by name, and when they see them, recognize them, right? So it's not like they don't see them until chapter 9, it's like they are not there. But you as a player also kind of forget until chapter 9 that the whispers are a thing, right? Except when you see a little bit of the dark magic from some characters. But that's the thing, until that chapter 9, you could even forget as a player that the whispers existed. They are out of your memory.
Cloud, you up?
Fast travel is unavailable.
Sorry, did I wake you?
Nope. What's going on?
Oh, it's nothing, really. there's just something I need to ask you. So, can we talk?
Sure.
Great, but not here. Follow me.
Follow me. Okay. Oh, what's up with those pipes?
You know that I killed her. So, who is she? Or rather, what is she?
We get a little bit of Sephiroth. Maybe Sephiroth brainwash. Maybe it's the real thing. But yeah, I find funny that people are always asking, "Are you alright, Cloud? Are you okay?" Blah blah blah. Like, he's always fine, but the guy has been seeing Sephiroth since remake.
Do you think Midgar's over there? Anyway.
There's something I need to ask you too.
Shoot.
That night, 5 years ago, at the reactor, I saw you lying there. Saw your wound and all the blood. I figured it was too late.
Yeah? Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter? Can't believe I'm having this conversation with you, but here we are. Here, look. My scar. That proof enough?
One comment / question that I have, or observation, is maybe it's not a nitpick, it's just something that you think about. So yeah, if Tifa has a scar, why wouldn't Genova, whenever she copies Tifa, also have a scar? If she's not real, why the copy doesn't have a scar? Well, why wouldn't have a scar? Yeah, right? I mean, it's, for example, if Cloud had an eye patch and Genova decided to copy Cloud, why the copy wouldn't have the eye patch? I mean, I feel like this scene is more like a sign of trust, that Tifa trusts Cloud to show him this scar. It's more like a gesture, I don't know, an action of goodwill, you could say. I don't know how to explain that. I don't have the vocabulary to rephrase that, but yeah, like Tifa is asking Cloud to trust her by showing her vulnerability or something like that, right? But still, on the other hand, why wouldn't the Genova illusion, clone, or whatever Cloud thing he's seeing, why wouldn't that have the scar? But yeah, I mean, it's not even a nitpick, just some things that you think about whenever you play something or think about something too much.
After you left, Zangan found me. He's the one who brought me to the clinic. He risked his life carrying me out of the reactor and down the river. Wasn't just him though. There's the doctor who operated on me all night and the nurses who looked after me for days on end. I'm here now because they were there for me then. And where were you again? In fact, where have you been this whole time? For 5 years.
You know I can't tell you that.
Of course you can't. Sorry, I just need some space.
It's kind of weird that, I mean, Tifa asked Cloud to come here, and then Cloud is the one interrupting her and asking first, and putting her on questioning her. But yeah.
I thought we could just pick up where we left off, like nothing had changed. But I guess I was wrong.
Guess so.
I was so happy to see you again, but maybe I shouldn't have been.
Cloud, social skills strife. Strikes again. Okay, time to go to bed.
You two fight?
No.
We have enough problems as it is. Copy?
Night.
Tomorrow is another day.
Completed chapter 1 on hard difficulty. Nice. Chapter 2, a new journey begins. The inn at Call the next morning. Everybody's out. Everybody woke earlier than Cloud, and they are ready to do their own thing in the town. And for us, I think HP and MP fully restored. Searching for friends, main scenario. So that was pretty good. I don't know how the next chapters will play out with my approach. I'm going to leave this one here. So in case I want to fight that Midgar thingy again, I have a save file there. Where is the number 2? Interesting. Oh, it's here. Okay. Those left behind. Okay. Whatever. Let's get this one. Yep, and we can stop here. Did any of our materials level up? No, right? I think I already checked. But yeah, let's leave it here. And next time we'll be going through Calm. I mean, we don't have Queen's Blood. We don't have really anything to do besides escaping Calm. We don't have to catch the Chocobo anymore. Oh no, I think we do have to catch the Chocobo. Huh. But I think I can just fast travel, so it shouldn't take long. Yeah, I think that catching the Chocobo is one of the actual mandatory things that you need to do. I think for the other zones, you don't need to catch the Chocobo. I think you already have it. But I'm guessing that since you need to meet Chocobo Bill for the Midgar Summer thing, maybe. Well, anyways, that was good. The boss was not really that difficult, and really there is no. Chapter 1 is basically just introduction to everything, right? No, not much of a challenge. But yeah, let's stop right here, and I'll see you on the next one.